Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits Review Show.
That's better.
And what a great week it has been again. At one point, it could have been 2 points for the title. Now it's 13. Hey!
Boy, well done, Lamont. Mate.
It's the second take. The first take, apparently, I was a bit too dour, so I thought, let me bring up the spirits.
Why are you so happy, man?
Yeah.
Bro? That's 13 points,
Thanks, Lamont.
Bro, Lamont, you brought this on us, bro, man.
I feel like he did it on purpose. Secretly, he wants Liverpool to win the league.
Mate, because I do not. No way. No way. If they fell over now and gave it all up to everyone, I would be so happy. Honestly. And I'll stop seeing James smug face anymore. It really would do.
Bro, you got to deal with James smug face or 100 Arsenal fans, bro. Which one is worse?
Especially where you live as well. Jeez.
Yeah.
Bro,
maybe
listen.
Just let Newcastle do it, man. Just let Newcastle have a go.
I don't think I could take my brethren for the next 12 months because he's been talking crap. This guy I've been watching, like, Liverpool. I watched Liverpool Villa, I watched Liverpool Everton, and he's not been watching the games. He's been on his laptop, not interested whatsoever. The Arsenal game yesterday, he's there cheering and shouting. I'm like, right, are you even a Liverpool fan? And then you're going to talk me about winning the league. I can't take 12 months of that.
I see it. He's confident of our results, innit? And he wants to see how quickly we can get it done by watching your games.
No, he's not interested in football until he wins. Fair weather supporter.
Oh,
is that the Liverpool fan that's also a Tottenham fan?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, depending on what day of the week it is or who wins.
Oh, wow. But yeah, before we go forward, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and also hit that notification button. So, before we go any further, let's do our predictions and see who got it right, who got it wrong. Don't think anyone got it right score-wise.
Nope.
But results-wise, some were not far off. So Lamont said that United would win 3-1. They won 3-2, so not far off.
Yeah, not far off at all.
Yeah, I told you we'd score 3 goals.
Bevan went with an optimistic 1-0 to Arsenal.
Listen. When I used to do the football with my dad, he said we can't do draws. And now I'd pick a draw, but if I went in picking a 0-0, I couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't do that to myself. No way.
You would have been right though.
I would have been right, but I would. Yeah. That's hopeless. You can't. No one can ever pick a 0-0 draw to begin the game. No way. No. Yeah. No,
you're on watching.
Exactly. What is the point of watching?
It's true, isn't
it? Leon said a 2-2 draw, and was it unfortunate? Actually, you guys were there. I'll let you say.
What was unfortunate
I'll let you
bro?
say. And Pep said that you guys were very good second half.
Second half.
Yeah, once they brought all their dummies on.
Bro, every shot was straight at the keeper, bro. Anyway.
Yeah. Darren said 3-2 Spurs.
That was Leon's fault.
you guessed the correct winner in it. So
and I said 2-1 Liverpool against.
What did you put? 3-2 to Spurs?
Yeah, 3-2 to Spurs against City.
Even Leon shocked. He's like, whoa.
You gotta have hope.
So yeah, our running order for today will be the Liverpool-Newcastle game, followed by the Forest-Arsenal game, then United-Ipswich game, and then finally we'll do Spurs-City. And seems that as people don't have a lot to say, it should probably be a short show. But stay with us to the end. Oh, good. That's all right. So, Liverpool beating Newcastle. How did you guys see it?
Light work.
That was the lightest work. Did you even get out of second gear? Newcastle.
I think Newcastle on a rope-a-dope thing. They were like, we don't want to show our cards in this ahead of the cup final. I think they just basically said, screw this game. We're not paying no mind to it. I'll be honest. That's how it felt. Yeah. Like they know that their biggest day is coming in the cup final. They know that at the moment the battle for Europe is so close. that a loss to Liverpool is not going to kill their hopes of qualifying through the league. So I'm not saying that they just gave up, but I just don't feel like they were trying to give anything away of what they want to do in the cup final. That's my honest opinion.
They were playing percentages. Eddie Howe played it very clever, man. I feel like even though
you can't say they
agree with you, Lee. I agree
they
with you,
play
Lee.
clever.
No. I agree with Leon to a degree, but I also feel like they slightly were still going for it. They had a few chances where I feel like they should have done a bit better. But I know what you mean. It doesn't look like they had their foot firmly to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were going full throttle. It didn't. So as much as I know you said like they didn't even come out second gear, Bev, you said Liverpool didn't look like they come out second gear. I also don't really think Newcastle did. They didn't play with the same intensity that I've been seeing them play with for the last few weeks. So, I mean, that's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, it did look like they're down tools. Yeah, maybe they did it for the cup, but it'll only be clever if they win the cup. If they don't win the cup, then what is it for? To say we're not gonna play properly in this game for the cup game that we may not win. I suppose a cup, a cup's better than a league at this point when the league's out of sight. You can't win it, but there's still Champions League to be played for as well. And you can't really take things for granted. Just feel like they've kind of just down tools, innit? And Liverpool just were better than them without having to really be outstanding.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Slot said something similar to what Leon was saying, where he said that they tried something different today. Normally, when they press with a 4-2-3-1, and today they press with a 4-4-2. Maybe they wanted not to show their cards, etc. So Slot's a smart guy, and he made it aware that I don't see what you're doing out here. And because of his own behaviour, he probably got a better view sitting up in the stands for how it all looked, whether it counted or not. Yeah. But I guess you also got to look into the fact that they're in the FA Cup this weekend as well, aren't they? So maybe there's that aspect as well. But it was just a good game for us, to be honest. I looked at it and I thought, when Arsenal were drawing 0-0, I was like, okay, cool. This is going to be 13 points. And then we scored early under Szoboszlai.
That's not what you... Hey,
during the game,
I'm talking about during the game. A couple episodes ago, this guy was like, Arsenal are always going to get that goal. I can't be bothered to watch. It's going to come. It's going to come.
So
you're trying to tell me all of a sudden now you're not feeling that now.
When I said that, was that when they lost Havertz? No. They hadn't lost these strikers, Havertz and Martinelli. Let's be fair what we're saying. When I said that, they had not lost Havertz, they had not lost Martinelli.
Yes, they did. That was the game. Yes, they did, because that was the game Marino came up in the last minute and you was like, I told you, I knew it.
I didn't talk. I didn't talk in the group that day.
What do you mean? You said that was the game.
You said on the pod you turned it off because you knew Arsenal were going to score.
Exactly. It was that goal. Good one. Yeah. You see?
You got me there. Darn it.
Yeah, and Havertz and Martinelli make that much of a difference. And have made that much of a difference.
Havertz should, and he has. But anyway,
you backtrack over.
I did not think they were going to score. I did not think they were going to score against Nottingham Forest, because Nottingham Forest defensively they're third best in the league. So at half time,
they got smashed the week before. What are you talking about?
It doesn't. Listen, and what happened the week after? They smashed another team the week after. Everyone has their bad day. That was Nottingham Forest's bad day, and they admitted it. Manager came out and said, "Listen, we can't do that. That's not our game. We can't chase games. So that's not going to happen again. From the time the manager says at the end of the game, we can't chase games like that. This is what happens. That's never going to happen again. So Nottingham Forest, the way they were playing, a draw was good enough for them. They knew they weren't going to win the game, and even after the game, I thought it was quite funny because I think he offended Martin Keown, because Martin Keown asked him about playing with back five and this, that, and the other. And he said, Arsenal have no striker, so we don't need to play with back five. And Martin Keown was like, okay. Okay. But I don't think it was meant to sound harsh, but the way he dropped it was like, damn, okay, cool. He didn't go that far. But yeah, so watching it, I didn't think they were going to score. And then obviously we were 1-0 up, so the lead was always going to be good for us. But it was calm. I've said to you guys before that I've been watching some of these games and I've been really nervous for us even though we're going to win it, but I'm thinking, oh, come on, get the second goal, get the second goal, get the second goal. I felt a bit calmer. Maybe because Newcastle weren't even getting any shots on target. I mean, Callum Wilson had a shot on target, not shot off target, and I find it funny that on Match of the Day they showed it as a chance and they criticised him, but it was offside.
that
the
lets
whole
you know
spiel about it, and it was offside.
that lets you know how bad it was that they're showing highlights of a goal of a chance that's offside. They never show that. They're not going to talk about it anyway. Yeah.
Weren't much else to talk about.
So we said we did our job. Slot, I give him his respect. Beginning of the season, I thought we'd finish third. Leon said we'll win the league, so credit to Leon. He saw it from the beginning, and I was like, "Yeah, can we keep this going?" And now it's just, in all honesty, I said it last week. If we have a superior result to Arsenal, then I'll officially say the league is done, and the league is done now. So now it's just a case of how many more times can Arsenal drop points so that we can win, and Arsenal give us the guard of honour. Not Tuesday in any other team. Not because of Bevan. Bevan's one of the good Arsenal fans, but there's some out there. That need to watch their team give us a guard of honour at Anfield. Boy.
See, again, I'm going to call him out again because last week I told you he was asking for that. He wants that. See, I knew he wanted that. I know he wants that.
I can't remember whether I said no, I didn't that week. I'll be honest. I can't remember whether I said no.
Hey, he's crafty, this boy. You know? He's crafty.
You know what?
I'm gonna promise you now. At that game, I won't be giving you a round of applause, a guard of honour. You get nothing from me on this. You get nothing from me.
I won't be surprised. I don't think any of your players like that. But Bernardo Silva, he didn't. Bernardo Silva did not do anything when we came, boy, because it's don't have to technically. It's not a directive where you have to do it.
No, you stand there, don't have to do nothing else.
Yeah, so you don't have to stand there. You don't have to give him a guard of honour.
Yeah, but you look like an idiot in front of the. If you're the rest of your team,
no, I mean as a club,
you're the one guy.
As
a club, no, as a club.
Yeah, as a club, you don't have to do it.
No.
So, but yeah,
it's respecting it, really.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully, the reason why I want obviously Arsenal to drop points is because then if we get past PSG, then we can start resting and hopefully
start focusing on
elsewhere. But yeah, still a bit shocked that the lead is this big. If I'm being completely honest, because I did not expect the lead to be this big. But obviously there are circumstances for it.
Bruv, as soon as Saka got injured and they got told it was however many months, yeah, everybody knew it was Liverpool's to lose. Only you were trying to act like you didn't know. Everybody knew that it was yours to lose at that point, bruv.
I wouldn't say only me.
Bruv,
there was other people that also thought that Arsenal can... Listen, like I kept saying, injuries, they got an injury. What's stopping us from getting an injury?
But you haven't.
I mean? Yeah, we didn't. But this time last... Remember I kept saying, my whole thing about it was, this time last year, we were ahead, 6 points clear. And then we got injuries. That was what I kept saying. I never said this or that, we're much better. My thing was, if we get injury, then Arsenal will come back. That's what I said from the beginning. So thankfully, we haven't had one of those big injuries from the main guys. Gomez is out for most of the rest of the season. Bradley's out for a few weeks. And touchwood, that continues to stay the case where we don't get big injuries. But that was my fear. Arsenal can come back if we get an injury. But obviously, Bevan said last week, I don't think it'll matter if they got an injury anyway. So now it wouldn't, more than likely. But back in December, early January, when it was only 6 points and stuff like that, I'm not going to be arrogant and say there's no chance Arsenal can get back. That'd just be silly.
Bro, let's have it right. Last season, when you were 6 points down, you did not look like you was going to win the league whatsoever. So this season, you can't tell me that after January...
You say that.
Bro, hold on 1 second. There's no way after January you looked at Arsenal and thought this team can win the league with no striker.
After January, I'm saying December. He's come out. He said from December, November times.
No, but when the one said about from Saka getting injured, but there's no point that you looked at this Arsenal team in January with the 6 point lead that you had over us and thought, nah, they could challenge us. And especially when he got out of January with no striker.
Yeah, when you got out of January, but if there was always a threat of you buying a striker. If you'd bought a striker, if you'd bit the bullet and gone and got Osimhen,
there was never a threat of us buying a striker. It was all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully it gets done quick. That's what I say. But we'll move on to your game.
So after a loss against the Lakers, Luka Doncic gets a double-double.
Yeah. Wrong
Triple double, yeah.
my guy.
But well, that game was that game. Sorry, it's Kroenke's other team that you want to talk about, right? Okay, yeah. It was. I could. You could copy and paste what I've said in other games this season and put it here. There's nothing really I could say about this game that could be captured. There wasn't even. I don't think it was any highlight. Oh, actually, no. Calafiori hit the post, and that was about it. That was so comfortable that it was a lot of endeavour with nothing else happening. That's the fruits of your labour. You get what you pay for, man. And we didn't pay for nobody, so we got nothing.
Do you think Forest could have got something from that game? Well, not really.
I wasn't. Maybe there was a couple of chances they had, but there was no point where I thought, oh no, Chris Wood had a heavy touch and Saliba made a last challenge. Better touch, maybe it goes 1-0. But that was easy for them, man. Those two centre backs, Murillo and Milenkovic, that's an easy game. Not going to be worried about the corners because they haven't got the same aerial threat. Yeah, you've got Gabriel, but when you take out what's his name? Partey weren't playing, and then you take out Havertz and stuff like that. It's only one. It's only it's two less guys to mark, so it was easy for them. Really, there was not much that they had to do. I watched the game and didn't look like we was going to score. We haven't looked like scoring in the last 2 games, and let's have it right. We didn't look like scoring against Leicester until Mourinho came off the bench. Starting Mourinho ain't working. This whole promoting from within doesn't seem to work. You can say injuries, but you need to have a squad that's ready to challenge, and you need a striker. If you ain't got a striker, you ain't going to score goals. Yeah.
Question, what cups are you still in?
I'm going to say Champions League, and then I'm just going to leave it there because what I had in my head, I had to remember that I related to you, and I was going to say something to somebody about someone that's so close to you that you want to fight me on next time you saw me.
I just want to apologize. Yeah, it was in here, and what I said out loud was meant to be in my head. What I meant to say was, how do you think? Do you think you guys are going to be able to hold second in your current state? And I say it like this, and I'm just going to say this. Your 3 top scorers, Havertz, Martinelli, and Saka, are all injured currently. I don't know when I think Saka's meant to be back beginning of March.
But I could see a collapse, man. I could really see. I don't know about second.
Because the thing about it is, Bev,
I don't even know about our next game. Like,
good. I do. You're going to lose the next game in the Premier League, that's for sure. But
okay,
it's the striking element. My concern is for you guys because yesterday, brother, you looked so devoid of ideas, and I think even the game before that, who did you have?
Brother, we've looked devoid of ideas.
West Ham, even against West Ham, it was like
we've looked devoid of all the goals we scored. There's lots of times we look devoid of ideas this season. There's been so many periods throughout it. And it's been the same, what was said, Arsenal need a striker. What's been said for the last three seasons, Arsenal need a striker. So we're going into these games with no striker, and it's easy for teams to play against us because what did Nuno say? They haven't got a striker. We don't need to play 5 at the back. So teams are gonna if teams are gonna set up. There are certain teams that are going to set up to counter-attack us, and that's how they're going to get their joy. But if they're going to sit back, we've struggled against teams with a mid-block when we've had our full-strength team. Now we haven't got a full-strength team. We're struggling against teams that have a mid-block, and there's going to be teams afterwards. They're going to say, you know what, we're just going to attack them. They ain't going to score against us. So yeah, second is not guaranteed. Man City won the other day. They could go on a little run. Who knows?
7 points between second and fourth.
Yeah,
where Man City.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if Arsenal finish like third or fourth, I am telling you, there's going to be a mutiny. Those unbearable fans are going to become even more unbearable for the next 6 months or something like that, until summer happens, and then they start talking about we're going to win the league. Until
That's the thing, though. Man City and Chelsea are not far behind you guys. I know, like 7 points is not a lot when you're not in form. You know, like when you're struggling to get goals against sides like that, like they will.
That's the problem. It's not defensively. I think it's not necessarily a problem. But if you don't score goals, you put more pressure on your defense to defend. So, and yeah, they like to defend and all that kind of stuff, but then confidence will drop. They're like, okay, we're not getting any goals. The goals from corners have dried up. I don't know. It goes from over. I can't even tell you who's got the most goals. Our top goal scorer at the moment is probably on the pitch. Is probably
It's Havertz. No, it's Havertz. In the league, what are you saying overall?
He's not on the pitch.
Oh, on the pitch, you mean?
On the
pitch.
Not injuries included.
It's Gabriel.
Wow.
No injuries included.
Crazy.
When your top goal scorer is a defender, and when you're think about it, the only chance that we had was from a defender who hit the post. You're struggling, man. There we go.
Well, I'll tell you what.
He didn't want to score. He took him off after that.
He was on a yellow card.
Was he yellow? Okay.
Yeah, he was on a yellow card. Yeah, he got a yellow card after 3 minutes. I thought this is gonna be a long day, man. Yeah. There we go.
Well, that's
Well,
interesting.
I'll be honest with you. I would find it funny because I remember when you Arsenal fans gave it to us that year where
good.
You told us we finished third in a 2-horse race. That would be repercussions for you if you don't come with that. If you don't drop this second place, yeah, we're gonna reply with some vim on that one. Trust me.
The only difference is that you were top at one point in that season.
We were not.
They weren't.
We were not. We were never top. In fact,
top.
we weren't even in the hunt until late. Yeah. And Leicester had it in their hands the whole time. So everyone says a 2-horse race. We weren't really in it. It was just that we were the closest at that point, and then we lost to Chelsea, and then that was it. Done. Over.
Well, according to you guys, this isn't even a race either this year, because Arsenal never been top. So according to you guys, it hasn't been a race this season.
Yeah, well, like I said, if it happens, what goes around comes around.
I stand by what I said.
Listen, I've been getting abuse from Spurs fans and sending all kinds of foolishness. I said Spurs fans sent me something about the Man United game too, and I'm like, what's going on here? Really?
No, our fans need to pipe down, but they ain't got much to shout about, so they have to look for other people's failures for some sort of joy.
Let's not even talk about our fans, because me and Leon's experiences at the match this week of fans was a joke. But anyway, let's roll on.
Lamont got out,
so, come on.
Yeah. It was
Lamont not hammering, no?
Come on, get your energy up, bro. Let's get your energy up. Come on, what's this?
The thing about it is, I can't even have like big energy for United right now, bro, because
what?
What do you mean? It took them 4 minutes to flatten me, bro. Literally. A ball over the top that should be a normal scenario in a game can't be dealt with by a fullback and a keeper. And I ask you another question. Why is the keeper so high? The guy has lost his mind.
He's been 6 like Rio.
Honestly, at this point, I prefer to have the other you that we put in the cups. He needs to just be in there because he's more, cultured, and he stays within his box. I mean, Dorgu, up until I say that game, and I still say he never had a horrible game. He just had 2 horrible moments. I don't think the kid's done much wrong. And Onana has just done him so dirty there. It's unreal. I've got no faith in Onana at the minute, and I haven't for a while. He needs to really sort himself out, because I personally believe he's playing like someone with no confidence, because he's just making all the wrong decisions in a very, very important role. He needs to be more. I don't know. Someone needs to look at his focus, or he needs to see a therapist or something to kind of zone in on what's up with him, because something's not right.
So are you blaming him 100% for the goal? For the
For
first
that goal, yeah, 100%.
You're not giving no blame to Dorgu as well?
No.
Really?
Dorgu was looking over his shoulder. Listen,
95 who, James?
Onana. If Onana says where he is, then there's no problem. Just stay where you are, bro.
As a defender, I'm only worried about the winger. I'm not worried about my keeper, because I should know where my keeper is. My keeper should be in his box and further back when he sees me running towards him, because I'm obviously going to do one or two things: pass him the ball or do a step over, and turn back. There's only two things that are going to happen there. I'm not going to leave the ball for you to come and kick it. No chance. Not when the winger's so close behind me. There's zero chance I'm doing that.
And he clearly didn't speak, because if he'd said something, then Dorgu would have been aware. Like Dorgu didn't hear a word. I know stadiums can be loud.
Oh, brother, he had a lot to say after the ball went round him, though. He had a lot to say. Looking at Dorgu like he was the problem.
But that was just shifting the blame, bro.
But this is the thing with United at the minute.
You messed up, and you just trying to shift the blame.
This is the thing with United at the minute, and unfortunately, I have to agree with Bev. Yeah, there's a little bit too much toxicity going on, and
Lamont, are you okay?
My skipper is one of the problems in there.
That's the first time I've seen you this season lost for words.
Because
he doesn't want to say what he's saying, bro. That's what it is. He doesn't want to say what he's saying.
Like Bruno, even though
Team Bruno over there is hurting him right now.
Listen, even though Bruno, has
the only reason you're saying this is because Roy Keane come out of that stuff, and now because the Donny
Roy Keane went after
talk the talk. Now you've got vocals about him now, yeah.
No, the truth of the matter is, I'll tell you what it is. Yeah. The truth of the matter is I've got a lot of kind of. I enjoy watching Bruno play because I believe he's a very good footballer, yeah. But in terms of bringing being a leader and strong arming some of the dons around him and reinforcing some of the principles, and he isn't that guy. Don't get me wrong; he'll run some hard yards and he'll kind of turn up in clutch moments to do the greatest pass ever or score a goal out of nothing. But turn into a Garnacho. Say again.
Greatest pass ever. No, go ahead.
Yeah. Turn into Garnacho, or turn into Ugarte or Casemiro, or one of them, and just saying to them, "Fix up! Like, what are you doing?" Like, and without moaning, but actually trying to galvanize them to rise up and be in the moment to kind of turn the game around and get their heads back in the game. I don't think you can look at Bruno and say that he's that guy. He's like a bona fide leader. And if I look in the first 11 that we started, I don't think anybody there has that on their resume. The only person that I can honestly say that I can really respect and looks like he has some leadership qualities is Martinez, and he's nowhere near coming back to that bench or that team.
Do those players exist these days, though?
Hey?
Do those type of leaders exist in modern day football?
I do think so. I think there's a few teams that have a few players in there that really look the part.
I'm talking about the younger age. Obviously, we've got senior players who are in there, the 29, 30 and above. But in the younger days, do you really see those kind of leaders coming through these days?
Yeah,
a lot of people system players, isn't it?
No, there's some youngsters out there that have that personality and stuff. It's whether they get the chances to come through and play. And then when
you said it there, though, Daryl. You said it there. Yeah. Getting the chances to come through and play. They're not going to able to demonstrate none of that unless they get the chances. They're not going to get the chances because you've got these Donnies in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Really stealing the limelight.
Mm.
But don't you think Bruno's the type of player that he's not gonna necessarily get the team and say, "Come on, guys, start rallying." He's gonna more.
Nah.
He's gonna.
He's by example.
I'm not necessarily leading by example, but he's
not
gonna
even.
He's gonna be the guy that like on the weekend he scores the free kick. Like he's gonna turn up clutch sometimes in moments.
Yeah,
because his free kick gets you the
equalizer.
The equalizer.
So sorry. No, it brings us back to 2-1. Sorry. It brings us back to 2-1.
I think the equalizer comes from his free kick as well, though. I think the equalizer is from a long free kick from him too.
Yeah. And then he does almost the same thing in this game. So although he is a very talented player in a very kind of well-established or the greatest team in England, I don't think he's got what it takes to kind of really stand there and say, right, I'm the leader of this team of men. Like, I don't think he's got what it takes. I think we need someone in there that can have him be a deputy, which I believe he would be a star in that role. A man that just like, he's doing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and someone else is out there doing all the moves, putting everyone in the directions they need to go in.
I think I'll ask you a question then. Is it Bruno's fault? Maybe he's let down by the players that he's got around him.
I mean, he doesn't have a quality around him, so I wouldn't say that's his fault, but I don't think that's his quality neither. I don't think his quality is to lead.
Is he playing under his level, under his ability?
No, I think Bruno would go anywhere and be able to do what he's doing now, which is assist to score. But I don't believe he's a leader of men, though, Daryl. What I'm saying is
he hasn't got the pieces around him. But that's the club's decision to make him captain. At the end of the day, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing on the pitch, and he hasn't got what around him what he needs. To be honest with you, he hasn't got people on his level. Football intellect on his level, he hasn't got many players on that pitch for United at the moment around him.
Agreed, but I also don't feel like his attitude helps him, though, Daryl. I don't think his attitude helps him either.
Helped him, but he had that attitude before, so you don't make him captain. He's not captain material, but he was the best player at the club at the time.
Correct,
and that's why he got made captain. That's the truth of the matter.
And a lot of the times, that's how people get made captain these days. And a lot of the teams, they don't merit them on more so their leadership skills. It's either their wage or what their overall talent is. They think they're the best player in the
keep
squad.
them in it. Trying to keep them in the club. Or trying to keep you at the club. Make you captain if you stay.
I mean, look at Saka.
Given that responsibility.
Saka's not a leader of men. He's just a very good player.
But he's a better
captain. You can't make him a skipper. No, that was just an example.
Captain than Bruno.
No, I'm not trying to. No, honestly, I wasn't trying to throw shade. I'm being serious though. No, I'm not really trying to.
Well, you kind of are, because Saka's not the captain of Arsenal, anyway.
But giving him the captaincy for me personally, it's just like, he's still young. What are you doing that for? Just experience, because that's what it's like. Work experience. Is that what you're doing it for? Because he's not a skipper. He's not a leader of men. I don't think Bruno is a leader of men. He's just a leader of men. I think he's just a very good player. But anyway, that's by the by. I feel like obviously he's going to stick around, and we're just going to have to hope he turns up like he did do in this game, in the last game, turns up and thumps whoever we play next. It's probably going to be some underachieving team that we play next anyway, in the league. But obviously, just to go back on one of the points.
Man United Arsenal, by the way.
Really? I didn't realise.
If you guys don't know, it's Man United Arsenal next.
Okay, I didn't realise. But obviously, back to the game. VAR intervening again. Right? Now, I feel like every week we're going to have this scenario. Can I ask a question to you boys? Do you think Dorgu gets sent off there in real time? Do you think that's a sending off?
Yes.
But the ref didn't see it though, yeah?
That's an ankle breaker, man.
It's a red card, bro.
Straight.
I know you are loyal to a fault, but bro,
no, I know it's a red card.
If you did that in Sunday League, that's a red card, bro.
No.
I think you're avenue the VAR. You're avenue the VAR thing. Is that what you're trying to get to?
I'm saying like they're intervening to make him make a decision. He didn't stop the game for that,
bro.
Of course they should. He should be.
Reason it's there for, bro. In those situations, that's what it's there for, bro.
That's a leg breaker, man.
He bangs 2 assists and a goal in the last minute, and man should be on the pitch. Of course, of course, it's there for the right reason.
We'll have to agree to disagree there, I think. Yeah,
but you got to be happy that you won a 6-pointer with 10 men.
Do you know what? I'm more vexed that Dorgu's not going to be there for the next couple of games now. That's my biggest frustration at the minute. And obviously,
they lose off it.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, and I think lastly, just obviously Nacho getting subbed off. And obviously walking straight down the tunnel.
That's twice. The second person done that now, isn't it?
Well,
what do you call it? Did it as well?
Rashford done it.
No, Xerxes did it as well,
but Xerxes got ushered back out. Obviously, Nacho didn't come back out, did he?
Yeah.
So obviously, that's a conversation that needs to be had now with Amarin. It's difficult times over at United, bruv. I don't even know what to say, but I feel like there's going to be a big overhaul in the summer. I think there's going to be a lot of players leaving, and I don't know who's coming in, because we need, the 3 cups that we're in, when we win those, we might have some chance of, like, kind of getting some people over the line in the summer.
Oh boy!
But if we come second,
we know why.
So you don't win any cups, then who you getting then when you don't win any cups?
That's the issue. That's why we need to make sure.
What are the 3 cups?
Hmm?
What's the 3 cups? I missed one.
2 cups. My apologies. 2 cups.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 cups are in. My bad. 2 cups. How many cups are you in again?
Bro, okay. I was asking you to clarify what 3 cups they were. That was a
mistake here.
You know they're still in the biggest cup out there, yeah?
Who's in the cup? Don't do this now.
But they're still... Bruv, you're talking about you're still in it.
No. What are you referring to? What are you talking about, EPL?
Bro, the biggest cup.
Oh, right. You took it. All right, cool. Look at Champions League. What, you think Arsenal are going to get close to that? With the team they've got, they're going to get close to that.
You can get as close to you as winning any cup.
Not even they think that. Just leave it. Leave it. Trust me.
That's what they got left. That's what they got left, like you, bro. That's what they got left in there. So they can focus and concentrate on that now, innit?
Yeah. Well, look, we're back level on points with Spurs. So you guys are back in the mud with us. Welcome, lads. Welcome back. You know what I mean? We missed you while you were gone. So we're back. Over to you guys. How was it at the Lane?
I'm gonna start off this time because Leon stole my thunder last time. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was positive. Obviously, in my prediction last week, I was positive all day leading into the match. Then I saw the starting lineup and I was like, "What the hell?" And all now, I'm still confused and baffled by the decision to have 3 of our best, most influential players on the bench when we haven't got a game for 7 days. It just don't make sense. We know what Son's record is against City. He's on the bench. Kulusevski's arguably been our best player all season. He was on the bench. Jed has been the player in form for us. Scored his goal last week, first goal in the Premier League. He's on the bench. We ain't got no match for a week. What sense did that make? I honestly don't get it.
Overconfident?
Don't get it.
How he's beaten them this season? His record against Man City in general is good, isn't it?
Bro, when you haven't got a game, when you haven't got a game for a week, you go out and you try to win. So you put your best team out. Even if you want to rest players, put your best team out, get ahead, then think about resting players. I don't know, like even Leon said earlier when we was at the match, he don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's a rope-a-dope thing. Maybe at half-time he's going to make all the changes and then we're going to come out and blitz them. Yeah, we came out in the second half and was much better than them. But why do we put ourselves in a situation in the first place when clearly there's no reason to have to rest those players when you've got a whole week before you next play? It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Did that take any energy out of the crowd from the beginning when you sit there and realize these guys?
From the time the starting lineup came out, it was like, oh, mate.
Yeah, on the train, I could hear it. People were like shocked. They're saying, like, why is Jed not starting? Kulusevski's not starting. Son's not starting. His record against City, he should be playing. And then you get to the stadium and everyone around you saying the same thing. What's going on with this starting lineup? Even to the point where you looked at the bookies and the betting odds. When the starting lineup came up, Tottenham's price went up massively. So I don't know what Andrew's trying to do or what he's trying to prove is a bit of a joke, to be honest with you. And there's other stuff, but I'll let Leon have his say before I get into my other stuff, because I'm sure I'll chime in with some of the nonsense. But yeah, go on, Leon.
No, I mean, obviously the starting lineup is one thing, but then I guess again it's style of play and decision making. Like decision making in the final third for Spurs has been pretty bad this season, which is saying something considering how many goals we scored and the fact that we create chances. But when you see some of the things that players are deciding to do or trying to do when certain situations aren't on, you've got James Maddison, who, when we went to the Etihad, was literally playing almost as a number 10 / support striker, making runs in behind the defense, picking up holes in the midfield. Yesterday, he was literally just almost trying to play like a quarterback, like he was Pirlo. James Maddison is never a Pirlo. He needs to be further forward, and that's one of the reasons why we struggled. But with City, it almost felt like normally they would press teams, but even their confidence has been knocked. So you can see that Pep has changed the tactics a little bit, where he's allowed the opposing team's defenses to have the ball, because he knows most of the danger is not going to come from there. But as soon as the midfield get it, it's like that's when all the players spring into action.
Yeah, it was like a pincer press. As soon as it went into midfield, they came for us, boy.
But what I don't understand again is with Tottenham, if we know that's what City are doing, you can see it. You're playing in the game, you understand it. Why would you give the player a hospital ball where literally there's a player right up his backside, no pause, right up his backside, and he has literally nowhere to go? Nowhere to go. I don't get it with Tottenham sometimes, but we had a young team. I mean, from a future perspective, great. We've got all these young players, but one, are we going to be able to supplement them with experience in order to deal with certain situations? Because realistically, you know, are we trying to get to a point where we can win now, or are we just looking for the future and maybe looking at profits from the sale of those players when they get to a point where they're ready to bounce? I don't know, but
I know what Levy's thinking. I can tell you that now.
It's mad.
So do you think that the whole point of resting the players is to keep them fit for Europe then?
It has to be.
There's a week.
There's no other.
There's a whole week.
No, Daryl. Realistically,
injury prevention.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
I think that's the only reason he was worried about certain, especially the Sons, the Kulusevskis, and obviously Jed Spence right now getting injured, because when they came on, you could see that there was a change. After Cooley was a bit off it. Like, Cooley doesn't really do well coming off the bench. He's normally better starting and then obviously bring him off when we can. But Son and Jed, you know, you could see that on the left side, completely different. Whereas Brennan Johnson on the right hand side, literally the guy offers nothing. Like, people keep sending me stats because, you know, he's scored, I think, double figures for us this season. But when you look at the type of goals that he's been scoring, they've literally been tap-ins or in the 6-yard box, which you do want from certain players in your team to do. Admittedly, yes. You're number 9 or your supplementary wingers, but literally he doesn't offer anything else. He doesn't offer defensive help. He doesn't have the ability to beat a single fullback. I have not seen him beat one fullback with a piece of skill or even just driving at them.
Who's Son?
No, Brennan Johnson, bro.
Brennan
Johnson. Like, I haven't seen it. So for me, I just don't think that he offers not enough in the build-up play to justify being a first-choice winger. For me,
Definitely not.
For me, he's not. But
has he not got the most goals for you?
He's a Sterling. Back
he's up there, but he's literally it's all tap-ins, bro. So
yeah,
no, wait, Lamont. I know you're about to say your value comes in what you offer, but you know that everything isn't stats, bro. When you look at the type of games the games we're playing, where the teams are always at their best when there's balance. When Arsenal are at their best, they're balanced. Saka, if the left side is a no-go zone for Arsenal, Saka has problems because everyone doubles up. But when Martinelli or Trossard are on it, Saka has more joy because you can't double up because they can just switch the play and they know that there's danger on both wings. On our side, literally, we're reliant on the left side because there's nothing happening from the right side. And
Fair,
we're
unless
reliant on
Kulusevski-
Son
unless Kulusevski
crossing the
does.
ball
Yeah.
and then Brennan being at the back post and tapping it in. That's what
Okay.
we're reliant on.
Kulusevski ain't been playing there for a while, bro.
What, on the right hand side?
He's
No, he's
playing
been
second
stepping in.
bro.
Yeah, when Brennan's been out, he's been playing there, Daryl.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
he
that's
has
It's not
been
that
there.
often, bro.
But
It's not that often, bro.
Kulu on the right hand side, because like he doesn't have that pace anymore, and he's not got Robin techers where it doesn't matter. I know you're going on your left foot, but you can't stop me. He doesn't have that level of tech.
No, definitely doesn't.
So
But like even yesterday, Leon, when we was watching the game, even when Brennan got free and he's running towards the goal, his logical sense of running, he doesn't run across the players and get into the box. All he knows is to run straight down the line, get to the bar line, and hit a low cross in. Now I don't know if that's Angie's fault because that's the objective from the manager. But as a player, you've got to have some form of common sense yourself. If you beat the fullback and you're through on goal, you run towards the area, cut off the defender that's chasing you back, and put you more central. So that you then got an option of either taking a shot or squaring it. Not to the point that you've gone to the line and you're just squaring it.
Daryl, I think his limit though, his ability is limited to running in at the back post and getting tap-ins. I mean, looking at the stats, and I know
I'm talking about when he's got the ball.
all about the stats. He's got the same.
Though.
He's got the same amount of goals as Maddison. Yeah, Maddison's only got 2 more assists than him, so he's in the team on merit. Sorry, on what he's like bringing to the squad.
Bruv,
I appreciate that he's not, you know. Bro, I appreciate he might not listen.
Bro, he played the whole game yesterday. Odeberg was more dangerous than him.
Oh yeah, but Odeberg's he's a different player though, bro. He's a different player.
He was causing City more problems. Brennan Johnson, you go and watch the highlights and tell me what Brennan Johnson did to put what's his name? Guardiola under pressure. And Guardiola's been poor this season.
Yeah, true.
Defensively poor this season. And he didn't put him under any pressure or cause him any problems.
You know what it is though? When you think about it, like where Lamont's coming from, he's got 2 strikers that haven't scored more goals than Brendan Johnson combined. Yep. So yeah, he's scoring tap-ins and all the kind of things there. But when your striker's scoring nothing, you take them tap-ins.
I'll take them all day long, all day long. And the thing about it is, I don't think you've obviously got no strikers up there
either.
We've got no strike, and you guys have still scored way more goals than us. And I'm saying, Johnson's contributed to yours. We've only got 1 or 2 men that are contributing to ours, bro. I think Diallo and bloody Bruno are on the same amount of goals that they've scored this season. Do you know what I mean? So it's like when you're not in the greatest form, you do need to look around the dressing room and hope that the other players can kind of step up and do their thing. He went through 6 or 7 games, scored in every game, right? And yes, he might have not been amazing, to the eye, and cutting people out and doing what Leon's saying and doing a Robin and whatever else. But that ain't his game. He ain't got that. His limit is back, stick, tapping. That is his level, brother.
But that makes that's the thing.
Cool. But when he's having a game like he had yesterday, and he's not doing any of that stuff, and he's offering nothing and showing nothing, then when you make those substitutions, he should be one of the people that's getting hooked off.
Dragged off.
And he wasn't. And let's be honest, we could have won that game. Like Leon said, several chances directly at the keeper. The goal we conceded come from Danzo Sanchez. That's what we're going to start calling him, Danzo Sanchez, because this stupidity coming in and trying to press Haaland.
We can't even call him Davinson Sanchez on that one. That's Romero, bro. That's a Romero move. Pressing where you don't need to press and leaving a massive hole behind you.
Yeah, well, that's it. Mud Brothers, we're back.
Here we are.
You, me, and West Ham. Yeah, bruv.
Boy, it's going to be the battle of Europa or nothing, mate. I tell you.
Yeah, well.
So West Ham won today, boy. They're trying to run away from you guys.
They're level on points with us now.
I know.
Hey. Yeah. But yeah, we'll move. That's been the week in review. Good for some, not great for others. But we'll move on to predictions. It is a while away, to be fair. I think it's like 8th of March, the games. So we'll probably have a few shows in between where we might have to drop a few things in. But, Lamont, we always start with you first. You are playing Arsenal.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you who we're playing. I didn't realise.
Such a joke.
Your record at home isn't great. Your home record isn't great. But Arsenal have no strikers.
Bruv, neither do we.
Are we predicting 0-0?
Yeah, neither do we. But we're still scoring because we've got obviously Bruno on the pitch. So,
Huh?
So who's winning, Bruno or the fraud?
why am I saying something?
Or the fraud.
Don't be shocked, bruv. We're still scoring. He's on the pitch. I never said he will score, but we will still score because he's on the pitch. That's what I said.
Okay,
Arsenal
score
good
prediction.
defense, you know?
Score. Let's go. Go prediction.
Lemon,
All right, I'm gonna say
are you better than you? Have you got a better attack
2-1.
than Forest?
Hold on, I'm giving my predictions.
But have you got a
2-1.
better attack than Forest?
United 2-1.
Raw.
Wow, 2. You know.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take
no
that.
respect for your,
Take
no
that.
respect for your defense, bro.
Actually, I should have used those lyrics. So I'm in and out.
2-1. United.
Okay.
Okay.
Our season's gonna turn around at that point, by the way.
You know what? I'm gonna say 3-1 Arsenal because you got Onana and he gives gifts and donations on a weekly basis. So there you go.
I mean, you man can't hit a barn door.
3-1.
You man can't hit a barn door anyway. It's fine.
No, we can.
Get Marino on. Get Marino on and see what you can do.
Okay. So Leon, you guys have
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth on Sunday.
That's gonna be a tough
the
game. Man.
9th. That is a tough game, boy.
We are home, you know. We are home.
But Leon hates this part of the show, by the way, people. He hates it, bruv. Because he absolutely hates it. He's like he's looking forward to it. in his mind.
Whoa. Hold on. Now, Leon screwed me over last time. Let me go first this time, I beg.
You're the one that was like, "Oh, Leo, you go first, innit?" So
No.
I didn't ask to
I
go
didn't say that
first.
last time.
Darryl, you're
No,
mixing up the
you-
rotation,
you-
bruv. It's me, Bevan,
don't-
Leon, you.
Yeah.
You always
that's
come late on the pod anyway, so you might as well just stand down.
Yeah, I'm going first. 2-1 Tottenham.
2-1 Bournemouth.
Oof. Ouch. Okay. I didn't have to go first. No faith.
Wow. Okay.
Who's Liverpool got?
We have Southampton.
Uh,
Second
my days, bro.
second game of
Aye.
our manager's going to be on the bench, isn't it? So
Is it gonna be like a tennis
different.
score?
It's not a bench. It's not on the bench. It's going to be in the stands. So
You don't
Nah,
put rest players, boy, for that game, bro.
this is a mauling.
I don't think I'm not sure if we will, but every time I say a big score, it always ends up being like a lot closer. But I'll go for 3-0.
Darryl, I know you said no faith here, but remember that game is
I know,
immediately a few
yeah.
days
It's-
after
it-
Europa
bruv,
League,
I just-
where we've
I'm just
already
thinking
rested
about
man
it.
against
Bruv,
City. Just saying,
Bruv,
innit?
I was just thinking about it. Isn't that game sandwiched between both the Europa League games?
Yep.
So it all depends what happens in the first leg, innit? Okay.
But yeah, you might be right. Actually, they're in between PSG. So depending on our result against PSG, we might rest players as well. But I'll go 3-0.
I'm sticking with 2-1 United.
I said it. I'm going to stick by it.
Okay.
2-1 Spurs.
Don't
Okay,
at me, Bev.
so-
Don't even call me, actually.
You're on
Is
mute.
such a thing? Would I call you?
I'm saying just don't call me on that day. But don't call me. I'm not answering my phone, man.
If it's going to be 2-1, Lamont, then you're calm, innit?
Do you know what? That's gonna be. I tell you what, that's gonna be entertainment in the next show. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking
Hey,
forward to that next one.
you should do a watch along
That
with
pod
these
should be
two,
good.
with you two, innit?
You should do it.
Nah.
There'd be too much bad language.
No,
Wait,
I can't watch. No, I can't watch it. Not when I'm playing Arsenal, bro. Not with me and him.
Being
You
smashed
got
and
no
everything.
respect.
Not with me.
You-
Not with me.
All right, both of you in the same house.
Nah, bro, we've done that once before,
We're
bro.
gonna camera crew and everything.
We didn't talk
Listen.
to each other for about a week, bro.
Bro, listen, yeah, it's not going well.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of the show. Thanks for watching, guys. As I say always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. If you watch this far, as I say every week, if you watch this far, why have you not subscribed? Because it's obviously not hating the show. And also, click the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Have a good week, guys. Take it easy. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.